Oh, that's all grass seed. Every bit of that is grass seed from that bale. Amazing. Replanting pastures. Peace and joy, guys. Nathan from Drumheller Farms, back with another video. And I just wanted to show you out here giving the cows a little piece of stockpiled grass. There's not a ton of grass here, but there's, you know, 10 inches plus in most areas. And what we've been doing is I've been supplementing with 1 bale of hay for 12 hours and then 12 hours of stockpiled grass. And you can see what they had last night. They just watched me put up this fence. They're staring at me, but nobody's making a peep. They're content. That tells me they're full. If they were hungry, they'd be bellowing, yelling, wanting to come over here, and because they know what I'm doing. They seen the buggy, they heard the buggy, they know there's hay on there, and they know they're about to get another piece of stockpiled grass. And this is some really good green forage here. And what I've been noticing this year by keeping them moving, a lot of times I would keep them in several fields and just roll out hay and kind of be done letting them graze. And this year we decided we're going to keep moving them every day. I'm not going to stop, and I mean, eventually I probably will, but I'm going to keep them moving as long as I can. And it's almost as though they're leaving grass behind. It's really crazy. And I think that's in combination with some good hay, giving them 1 bale. Generally I would feed a herd this size 2 bales, so I'm cutting my hay in half by only giving them 1 bale and a little bit of stockpiled grass that's out here. Now, I'm not going to let them take this grass down to nothing. I'm going to keep them moving and prevent them from ever getting that right down to anything. And I just wanted to say something about the producers that are out there giving your animals sacrifice lots. I've heard that phrase a lot in the cattle business, sacrifice lots. And I always think it's kind of funny because our quote-unquote sacrifice lots are the best producing grounds that we have every year. And if you've got your animals locked up on 5 acres, you know, let's say you got a 40-acre farm and you've dedicated 5 acres for the winter, I'm going to tell you something, folks, it ain't going to work out. Especially with the rains that we just had here in Michigan overnight. Just got done finishing up making another video on the pasture pig operation. We pounded 80 posts out back, and there's a lot of bare soil in there because we removed a lot of trees and such. And I'll tell you, it is a muddy mess because of the bare soil. And I think that the sacrifice lot thing is just so overrated. You got to keep those animals moving. You don't want to put them in a barn. You don't want to put them on a sacrifice lot because it's going to destroy your farm. And it's not healthy for your animals. The animals should be out here on the land. And I understand not everybody still has grass to graze, but you know, if I didn't have any stockpiled grass here, I'd roll out a bale here today, there tomorrow, so on and so forth, and then I'd leave this field and keep going. And it's amazing what it's doing for me this far this year, being able to just keep the animals moving. And I gotta tell you, we had several killing frosts in mid-September. You've probably heard from other videos. We had a frozen hose in September. So this grass has barely grown at all since September. We've probably had a little growth here and there, but for the most part, this is what we've been trying to leave behind since our last couple grazes. And now supplementing with a little bit of good quality hay. It's a nice quality bale. It is first cutting. I'm feeding all my first cutting bales first. It's a nice tight bale. You can see it's got a lot of good grass seed in it. I am using the Greg Judy bale unroller on the back of the gator. And let's just go check out these cattle and see if they go hollering at us when we come pulling up. I would say that they're pretty content. And not a ton of grass in this field. It was hit a little harder last time, but a little bit still. And this field that they're coming out of, this will probably be the last time we're in this field. They did not take the litter bank. There's still a good residual left there. You can see they did a lot of trampling, but there's still 6-8+ inches of good grass there, and that'll probably be what we're going to leave for the rest of the year. But I mean, look at them. Nobody's even making a peep. Come on, let's go. Come on, come on. I mean, they're that is some content animals, let me tell you. Let me see if I can get these guys to move here. Come on. Well, I would say they're eating right. I mean, they're into some pretty good stuff here. You can see probably 12 inches or better there, and they'll nab that up, and I bet they'll leave some behind, which is what we always want. Come on, come on, come on. This paddock's a little bit goofy because I got a hedgerow that runs down the center of it, so I'm actually going to feed a little bit of hay on one side and a little bit of hay on the other, because what I find is they always graze one a lot harder than the other, one side harder than the other. So, and I am going to come to the top of that hill before I start letting some hay out. Man, they're in good shape. Great conditioning for this time of year. No crease, no dimple in anybody's room in it. Everybody's full. Everybody's looking real nice. Look at that girl. Boy, she's a nice little heifer. I'd say that steer's full. He's a big boy. Nice young bull. All right, 120. Tell us all about it now. Tell us all about it. Couple nice looking steers here. They'll be finishing out next summer. Look at that steer. Straightforward. That's what he's growing off of. Every one of them. A little bit of hay supplementing in the winter. And these cattle are in beautiful condition. And I'll tell you, if you're locking your animals up on a dry lot, I can guarantee it's not too dry on a day like today. And I can also guarantee if you're giving them grain, you've got yourself some pampered animals. And look at that guy doing it on grass. Beautiful conditioning. And if you got them locked up, feeding them grain on a dry lot, you've got yourself a group of pampered animals. All right, I'm gonna roll this round bale out here, and I'm gonna call it a night. So I appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. God bless. Look at this guy. He's saying the heck with you guys. I don't know what you're eating all that hay for. There's grass out here, man. That's a little heifer, actually 33. Man, she's turned into a dime. Look at her. You can hear her ripping grass. Here's the guy who's got a mouthful of hay, and he's coming over here eating green grass with it. Nice. Little grass, little hay, little grass, little hay, huh? I know the video's over, but I wanted to show you guys this. Oh, that's all grass seed. Every bit of that is grass seed from that bale. Amazing. It's everywhere. And by putting that bale on backwards, instead of rolling it out in a little mat, it kind of flicks the hay everywhere. Now, I would not do that with an alfalfa bale, because then you'd be losing a lot of nutrients. But when it's just a nice grassy bale, it just flicks those seeds everywhere. Replanting pastures.